My prison stories. We're going to be talking about an ex-recovery home / halfway house home owner / recovery community icon that was recently arrested for extortion against his wife and his daughter. Also just had recent accusations brought out from his daughter that was crazy. So I'm going to wait till we get some people in the room. We're going to get started, man. Let this room get built up. Everybody can see the topic. About to turn the camera back around, see a person in here. Give me about 30 seconds. We're going to start this video. Man, this is going to be a crazy live today, y'all. Justin Ponton, the owner of Newness of Life, arrested for extortion against his own wife and daughter. Also, a couple weeks ago, some stuff came out on the internet, on Facebook. His daughter made a crazy post accusing him of some extreme things. Now, what's crazy is this is a person that the court system was releasing people to. I'm back with you guys now. Was releasing people to be in his program. And now, coming to find out, there was a monster in there the whole time. If you're in here watching with me, I see you, Alex. What's up, man? Drop me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you have any input on this, if you have any insight, if you've heard anything, let me know. Justin Deems, what's up, man? Again, this is about Justin Ponton, guys. Just got arrested for extortion against his own wife and daughter. Basically with threats against their life. I don't know what he was extorting them for. And, a couple weeks ago, I know y'all seen the post that was made by his daughter, accusing him of some sexual things. Like I said, if you're in here watching with me, man, drop me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. This is a live discussion, man. So, okay, Justin, I see you. Have any of you guys heard anything about this arrest of Justin Ponton, the former owner of Newness of Life? What's up, Justin? How you doing? You doing all right? Okay. So right now, I don't see much about it. Like I said, when I know more, I will keep you guys updated. One thing I seen was they posted on there the charges were extortion with threats of bodily harm and death, and the victims was his wife and kids, dog. Shit's crazy, man. Little Hawking, Ohio in the building. All right, so while we're waiting to get a few more people in here that may know a little more about it, like I said, we ain't gonna spread no false narratives or nothing like that. We know he's in jail. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the dude, a little bit that I do know. I came to that program when I had gotten out of the Hawk program. Came there, I was in a spot in my life. I was trying to get on my feet, trying to do well. I was on GPS parole. When I get there, they put me in a room downstairs. It was cold as hell. And from day one, I'm getting calls from my parole officer saying that Justin is telling him that I'm doing this, that, and the third. However, my parole officer knew that I wasn't doing shit. I was on GPS. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard thousands of stories like this. This dude trying to get people sent back to prison or doing some foul shit and acting like he's golden. But now you locked up for extortion against your baby mom and your daughter. Listen, he's innocent until proven guilty. I want to say that too. You know what I'm saying? But with the person being this known, and this wrapped up in the community, I want to see what people's opinions are. If you have an opinion on this and you know something about it, drop a comment, tap in, let me know what's going on, man. If you have an experience with this dude, if he's wronged you or done right by you, let's see what's up. One thing I do know is he gave a lot of dudes a bed that needed to get out of jail. I'm going to say that right here before anybody we go any further. When I first started doing time in West Virginia, they didn't have halfway houses. And if you didn't have a home plan, you were screwed. You just didn't get to see the parole board. That's how it used to work in West Virginia. If your home plan wasn't approved before you seen the parole board, guess what? You didn't even see the parole board. I seen dudes with a 2 to 20 do 20 years because they didn't have a parole plan. And there wasn't no life houses and newness of life and all that shit. There was an Oxford house that had 10 beds in the state of West Virginia. You had to have $500 on your books to even get interviewed. Dudes were doing their time. They didn't have a home plan. So people got to remember that, because I hear a lot of bashing getting done on Rocky Meadows and Justin Ponton, a lot of these dudes. And I'm not necessarily saying the bullshit they did is right. But I'm saying this, thousands of dudes has got parole because of the programs that they had available. And that's a fact. But does that excuse what's being accused? Hell no. Hell no. I see ain't many people making comments, man. I got some people watching. Well, the people in here, let me ask if any of y'all know anything about it, man. If y'all heard anything about the situation. Okay. All right, so let's do this, man. It's prison stories, so we might as well throw one in the mix while we're doing this. Okay? So, since we're talking about a halfway house, we might as well have a halfway house story. So, when I got out of prison in 2020, I got out on July 1st, which was a Friday. Okay? Now, I was going to try to be slick because I was supposed to turn myself into the Hawk Center. But it was July 4th weekend. My piece of paper that I got out said report on the 5th to the parole officer. But I knew I was supposed to go straight to my home plan. But I thought I was going to be slick and try to, twist them by their words. So my very first day, my homeboy Whitty picks me up as soon as I get to Huntington, right? Dude, I've been locked up forever, dog. You know what I mean? Like, drug prices has changed. All that shit's changed since I got out. When I went to prison, ice was like $1,700 an ounce, dog. I got out, that shit was like $200. And I was a drug addict at the time. So my dude picks me up, dog. We go over to this house, and this dude's telling me he's got this cream, this, that, and the third. I've been locked up for years. Here's ice. They're thinking about freaking with chicks. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I grab a zip of that shit. End up getting high that night, dog. Don't even fucking report. On the 5th, I go to report, right? And try to play the same story I said I was going to do. End up getting fucking locked up. You know what I did. They locked me up. I had like 6 grams of ice on me. When I get there, I hand it to the parole officer like, man, I can't quit doing this shit. I'm getting high on it. Well, that story they tell you about, give it to the parole officer, tell me you're a drug addict, and you'll be right. No, that's a fucking lie. They charge me with that shit. They don't give a damn if you're a drug addict, a drug dealer, whatever. You're getting charged with that. Went back, had to go, I was facing a violation. When I got back, I get in there. You got to go to quarantine at this time. That's when all that damn COVID shit was going on. Now, mind you, I just had got out. Y'all heard what I said. I got out on the 1st. I'm back in jail on the 5th with a new charge, dog. And I'm a habitual criminal. Any felony can get me life. So I'm in there 30, 60 days, dog, sweating this shit. And God sent me a blessing. The homeboys hired me a lawyer, Ray Nolan. He's the best parole board lawyer around, this motherfucker. And he got me a deal. What they did was they held that charge. And they said, look here, because I've never been never had a chance of rehab or nothing, dog. I did time every time I've ever fucking been in trouble. So they said, look here. They put me on GPS parole, put me back on parole, sent me to the Hawk Center. They said, if you complete your parole, we'll make this a simple possession. There's only 5, 6 grams of ice. If not, we're going to move it to a felony or leave it at a felony and seek the Habitual Criminal Act and give you life over 5 or 6 grams of ice, dog. So you know what I did. I went in there and walked on eggshells for 18.5 months on parole, dog. I was in the Hawk Center, fucking Newness of Life, all these different places, and I finally got off of that shit. But during this time, one of the stops I made was Newness of Life. And he knew that I had a life sentence hanging over my head and went behind my back on some bullshit telling my PO I'm selling K2. Never asked me about it. Never asked me a damn. I wasn't selling shit. I was getting high. So I know what type of snake this dude is, dog. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, everybody's innocent until they're proven guilty. So we can't judge. Man, I'm on the phone, bro. But at the end of the day, We got to know that if a person's not found guilty in a court of law, they're innocent until they find them guilty, man. So remember that. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. That is a crazy charge to be accused of extorting your wife and your daughter with the threat of harm and death. What the hell you extorting them for, dude? What are you hoping to get? When you extort, there's usually something that you're trying to take from someone. What the hell was you trying to take from your daughter and your wife? That dude's a clown for real. Yeah, I'm going to keep it all the way 100. If you got an opinion on this, like I said, see the room starting to fill up a little bit more. If you got an opinion on this, if you feel some type of way about this, drop a comment in this box. Also, let me know where you watching from. Take your thumb, tap that bitch 2-3 times. Them likes don't cost nothing, man. Let's get it cracking. Evan Singer, I see you in here. What's up? Donovan Moore, see you watching. Okay. Jeff Frady, what's up? Brock Ray, Kevin Meisner's watching. Larry Dwayne Klein, what's up with y'all? Alex, my dog. Dan Long, Henry Messias, what's up with y'all? Okay, I see you in North Carolina, my dude. Let me ask y'all a question. In y'all's town, do y'all have, y'all got some of them halfway houses, them sober living houses and shit where y'all's at? And if you do, in those places, is it a bunch of dudes